Hi, I'm Karen Welt Steeves, and I lead the coaching and leadership development practice at GH Smart. CEO advisory can mean a lot of different things. If you are coaching the CEO of a private equity-backed company, you're going to spend a lot of time talking to them about having an effective relationship with their sponsors. You're going to help them ensure that they've got the right team, setting the right priorities. CEO advisory in large corporate can be anything. You're really there to help this CEO be effective in however they need you. Often that's helping them with their relationship with the board and the board chair. Often it's helping them ensure that they're developing the bench below them and ensuring they have at least 2 or 3 successors that they're developing, because that's their job. But really you can go any direction with CEO advisory. In executive development and coaching, you're really trying to enact behavior change. You're trying to help this person be even more successful. Maybe you're helping develop them for a future role. It could be CEO succession, could be the CFO, could be lots of different things, but they're typically in role and you're trying to develop them to be an even more effective executive. Executive launch, or a different way of thinking about it, is executive onboarding. And it's really about helping an executive who's either new to the company or new to role, like they just got promoted, they've worked there for a while, accelerate their success in the role. It's a series of structured conversations around ensuring that they have the right priorities, they know what they're supposed to do, they have the right team under them, and they're building the right relationships to be effective in their role. In an organization, we are most often coaching the CEO and their direct reports. So this can run the gamut. It can be a functional role like CHRO or CFO, or it can be a P&L leader. It can really run the gamut of like any of the executives. And then at our largest clients, we often then go one layer below as well, because some of these folks are running multi-billion-dollar P&Ls, even though they're 2 or 3 layers below the CEO. So we don't typically sell coaching engagements as standalone things. We're not a coaching shop. What we typically would do is do an assessment for a new executive, and then we would follow on with coaching and onboarding them into their new role. Or we might do a SMART feedback, which is a developmental exercise, and realize that this person is both coachable and could really benefit from support. And so that is the best way for a new principal or senior principal to get involved in a coaching practice. You start by assessing someone, and then you lead on with the coaching work with that executive, especially if you hit it off. In terms of how to prepare people to do this, because very few people that we hire have ever done this before, every new consultant at GH Smart at around 6 months goes through what we call level 1 coaching certification. And this is teaching them all the basics, the tools that we have in-house, how to be a great must-trusted advisor, how to dance in the moment with coaches and release the agenda. At about 2 years in, we then offer level 2 coaching, which goes much deeper into more complex situations. You're learning from the other coaches and other consultants at GH Smart. And then aside from the practice leaders, we have several what we call master coaches who are there to do coaching under instruction with new consultants and really teach you the craft. I think the most important skill to being a successful coach at GH Smart is to be a human first. It's really important to forget that you're a consultant and really meet people where they are. When I'm coaching CEOs of Fortune 100 companies, I have probably my Bain hat on 30% of the time, my GH Smart hat on 30% of the time, and really my friend hat on the rest of the time. Because it is really lonely at the top, and being able to be a thought partner and an advisor to someone when they need you most or they're the most vulnerable is what makes our most successful coaches. We don't generally coach for life. It's one of the things that differentiates us. We are very intentional about coaching towards a set of outcomes that are established at the beginning. We have a very specific leadership action plan that we align with the coach, their manager, and HR on, and we measure progress in 6-month increments. And so every 6 months, we'll do a 360 pulse check and see, is coaching continuing to be indicated, or has enough progress been made, and we should take a break for a little while and see how people do on their own. Alternatively, sometimes with our CEO advisory, it is a multi-year engagement and you are with people for years. I measure my success by their success, to be honest with you. One of my most proud moments at GH Smart is I was working with one of the world's largest financial firms. And I'd been coaching an individual, and I'd met him when he was newly a member of the executive team. And he was named the CEO. And I'll never forget when he turned to me and said, "Karen, you've changed the trajectory of my career."